Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it. You already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up. Bye up. Let's get straight to the intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that I stay kicking. And I appreciate all the support. I'm very humbled by it. So Bad Bunny, right? The nasty rabbit, the wascally rabbit. A lot of people have been asking my perspective on what did you think about the halftime show? Did you catch it? Did you see the diabolical symbolisms? No, I didn't, right? You know what I caught? I caught that's about what I caught, man. Because I understand my Spanish isn't perfected, but I don't think Bad Bunny's is either, right? I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but I do know that he put on a performance, and a lot of people are comparing it to the great performance of Michael Jackson and Prince and Katy Perry, right? Look, let me tell you guys something. Let me explain something to you. You want to know the reason why it was one of the most watched, if not the most watched performance ever at the Super Bowl for a halftime show? It's not because it was the best performance. It's not because it's Bad Bunny. The reason why is because of drama. Drama sells. Sex and drama sell. That's just like if I put a dramatic title, a clickbait title on this video, guess what's going to happen? A lot more people are going to tap in, tune in, and watch it. That's the recipe for love, right? We already know what it is. People want drama, and this was probably the most speculated and controversial drama-filled halftime show that everyone thought it was going to be a lot of drama, so everybody tuned in to catch it. And guess what they caught? They caught Bad Bunny representing his culture. They caught Bad Bunny showing love and respect to the hardworking Latinos in the United States and all around the world. And they caught Bad Bunny dancing on a stage with Ricky Martin, and they caught a couple guys grinding by a truck. If you didn't think there was going to be a couple guys grinding in that halftime show, then you were sadly mistaken, because you already know a Bad Bunny performance ain't a Bad Bunny performance without some guys performing, right? To which degree of acts were they performing? I don't know. I'll let you speculate, but I do know this. Besides that one inkling, that speck, that blemish on the halftime show, and some people are like, what do you mean? No, none of that. I'm just saying, man, I don't think, the football fans were all for two guys trying to nose tackle each other, right? But what I will say is I didn't think the performance was crazy, was great, or bad. I thought it was a man showing his culture, representing Puerto Rico and all the Latino communities. And I loved the fact, and I loved it. I loved what I loved about the performance, right? I don't necessarily care for Bad Bunny. Couldn't tell you one song he sings. Can't understand a lick of Spanish nor English when he talks, right? But one thing I can say about Bad Bunny was he showed how the Latino Americans and just the Latinos, period, raza, right? Hispanics, fucking Dominicanos, Puerto Ricanos, Cubanos, everybody. Guatemaltecos and Honduras and Panama, right? And everybody, how just involved they are in the fabric of America and how they are needed and how they are utilized and seen every day in the workplace and what hard workers brown people are, right? And I love the fact that he didn't want people to feel sorry for what's going on in this world nowadays, but he wanted to show people that definitely the Latino community is involved and we are here to stay. And you got to understand that we ain't going nowhere, as they say, right? So I respect that about him, right? I was not a fan of someone utilizing a platform as big as the Super Bowl for politics, for a stance on immigration and all that. We don't need that in a game. This is a game that's watched by men, women, and children, right? And it's a fucking game. So let's keep it game worthy. There's air and opportunity and plenty of other chances to represent your policies, your politics, and what side of the fence you stand on. That's cool. But let's keep it real. There's a lot of people wandering around talking about that was the greatest, the most viewed, the most watched. Of course. Of course, it was the most controversial besides the nip slip, right? Besides Janet Jackson's purple ass fucking nipple hanging out. Everybody wanted to see what Bad Bunny was going to wear and just what he was going to do. And guess what? He did the total opposite. We were expecting Rodman in a wedding dress, and we didn't get that. Oh, we got white, but it was a white football jersey. I think that man represented his brand well. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Bad Bunny, but I wasn't against him being in the halftime show in the beginning. You know, those that were, to me, showed a little prejudice. Straight up. And when I say prejudice, there's a big difference between being prejudiced and being racist, okay? I didn't think it was the racial issue, but I thought it was a prejudice against someone that does not speak English in a predominantly English-spoken country, okay? Do you understand that English is not native to the lands that we live on, okay? Actually, the native languages from the indigenous people, the Native Americans, is the actual and factual native languages that were spoken on this land for thousands of years, right? The English language was adopted from England. So, with that being said, you know, don't get mad because someone's speaking in a language that you can't understand. That just means step your fucking game up. You understand there's people from all over the world that speak different languages. We are living in Babylon. This is the land of Babel, right? So there's a lot of different languages that are spoken. I think every language is beautiful. Every culture is beautiful. And everybody brings something to the table. And it just happened to be that this time, Bad Bunny was picked as the representative for the Latino community to go up there and show the people around the world a little bit of our culture. Nothing's wrong with it. With the environment and the climate we're living in right now as brown people, with the persecution and oppression that a lot of brown people are going through, some that deserve it and some that don't, I will say straight up, man, I was pretty proud of the fact that a brown person got up there, man, and got the platform to perform. I mean, think about it. So many people are happy that Lefty Gunplay won a Grammy Award as the first Latino, the first raza hip-hop act to win a Grammy. Even if he only had fucking 4 words and people don't think he deserved it, he still did that. That's already cemented in stone. Plant your flag, right? He did that. So many people are happy, but some of those same people that are happy were mad because Bad Bunny was the one that was picked to represent brown people on a big world stage. I wasn't upset. The whole alternative Kid Rock thing, you know, I thought was unnecessary. But, you know, if people felt that that's what they wanted to tune into, then that's what they wanted to tune into. To me, that seemed a little bit diabolical and a little prejudiced. That's just to me, right? I'm just being real. I didn't understand the opposition. That's the first time they've ever had an alternative fucking halftime show. It's kind of crazy. And it seems like it was a slap in the face of the people who put on this performance. Now, as far as the performance itself, I wasn't fucking blown away. He can never touch Michael or Bruno Mars or even fucking Lady Gaga, even though she was there, right? It's just, it wasn't the greatest performance because, like I said, dude can't sing worth shit. It's like watching a Lefty Gunplay concert, and you know you're gonna get I'm Lefty Gunplay a million times, right? All we heard was right? So I didn't get it, but I like the fact that he represented the culture the best way he could, and he showed the hard fabric, the workers of America, man, cannot be overlooked. Brown people cannot be overlooked, right? For those that had a problem and an issue with it, to each their own. I did not, right? But again, I'm not going to sit here and boast and brag and say it was the greatest performance of all time because, look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's performing at the halftime show, whether it's Dr. Dre and Eminem or it's Kendrick Lamar. There's always going to be naysayers. There's always going to be pessimistic people that see the glass half empty, right? There's always going to be people that say that have a problem with it one way or the other. And then you're going to have the people, oh, this was the greatest performance of all time because they want to utilize it as a stepping stone to show some type of political fucking aspect of the game, right? No, it wasn't. Not even close. It was the most watched. And it's not because Bad Bunny's the biggest artist in the world, which he is one of them, but it's not because of that, not at all. It was the most watched because it was the most controversial, because everybody wanted to see if he was going to have a nip slip. That's why. Let's keep it real. Everybody wanted to see if Bad Bunny was going to have a dress on. They wanted to see if the Dirty Rabbit, the Wascary Rabbit, was going to get Dirty Diana up there. And he did not. I think he did a great job with what the talent he has. You know, we could sit here and say a lot of things about a lot of people. They could say, hey, Gunner, you make no sense in your content creation, but I'm still creating, and I'm doing a lot more than others are doing, right? I consistently create. And that's what Bad Bunny was doing. He was creating a story for people to watch, to understand. He was given an understanding of just how valuable brown people are in this country, and just how valuable everybody is in this country. Because if we don't all work together hand in hand, business owners, people that are just regular workers, people that live at home, if we don't all work together, we are all a piece of the puzzle. Then this world that's spinning won't spin no more. You feel me? So I don't have nothing bad to say about the performance, other than I didn't understand a fucking word he was saying. But I understood the story he was telling, because I lived that story. See, I'm a brown person in America, man. I happen to be light-skinned, so, you know, there's that. But I'm a brown person in America that has a family that's from Juarez, Mexico, that has a other half of the family that's from Zacatecas. So I've been to Mexico. I understand hardship, and I've seen youngsters out there filling up holes, man, and living in poverty. And I've seen rode on the ruta, you know what I mean? And people throwing candy in your lap, trying to sling them for a dime, a chocolate bar. Like, I've seen it all, right? And I've seen the persecution of people by the own people that look like yourselves. You know, it's crazy, because the people that hate you the most are going to be people that look just like you, whether you're black, you're brown, you're white. There's all this controversy and all this racial fucking friction and tension between different ethnicities. But the people that kill you the most are your own people. The people that hate you the most are your own people. The people that do you dirty the most and talk behind your back and in front of your face are your own people. And when you realize that, and you can come together as your own people and figure it out, then you could start being just a little bit judgmental towards other people. But until then, and that then is a long way from now, right? You can't fucking do that. Let's just keep it real. So am I going to sit here and judge Bad Bunny's performance? No. I could tell you, man, it wasn't for me. I would have preferred fucking Paula Abdul, you know what I'm saying? Because the opposites attract, you know. I would have preferred Lisa and Colt Jam, right? I would have, for the Latino community, I would have preferred Los Tigres del Norte, Vivo de Tres Animales, or los fucking Bukis, or fucking Los Tucanes de Tijuana. And there's a lot of other people that could have did it better. Valentin, right? But at the end of the day, we got Bad Bunny, and I respect it. I respect the fact that he went up there and he did the best he could with his opportunity, and he told a story. And that story is very important, especially now in the climate that we're living in. It's a very important story, because a lot of people are overlooking the fact that the Latino communities, man, every different person from Latin America and from the Americas period, and from the indigenous tribes that we are fucking bred and bled from, right? We are very important. Remember that, right? And he made people remember that. So was it the most watched in history because it was the greatest? No, it was the fucking most watched in history because everybody wanted to see what he was going to wear. Let's keep it real. More people were concerned the next day, not with Bad Bunny's performance, but whether Cardi B's going to leave Stephon Diggs or not. For reals. And I was concerned with what happened to Jessica Alba's ass. I'm just keeping it real. Anyways, with that being said, this is a quick one, man. Just a little quick note, because people ask me about my perspective. My perspective is, I understand in the big scheme of things, there's a lot of people with a lot of different reasoning that wanted to watch that performance. But no, it was not the greatest performance of all time. And no, it was not the worst performance of all time, but it was definitely a performance. And I respect it. I respect the fact that that man shouted out and gave love to a community that right now is not getting much love. Unfortunately, we're all important. With that being said, let me know what you guys think. Did I get it? You know what I'm saying? Did you guys miss what was going on? The symbolisms? No, I didn't miss shit. I seen two guys grinding. That symbolized something that I'm not used to, right? And then I seen a man showing respect for all the different Latinos and all the different jobs that we do. Gotta respect it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly and honestly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. All people, not just brown people, but all people. This video is sponsored by Vario Liquors out there in Turlock, California. Another brown man. Well, are Indios brown or red? I don't know. He's tan, right? He's darkish tan with nice hair. It's thinning, but it's nice, right? Go shout out to Lolly Man out there in Vario Liquors in Turlock, California. Go get you something cold to drink, man. Let's go. Let's help each other out. And also by Sticks and Stones Yard Service out there in Arizona, where there's a lot of brown people toiling in that soil, man. Go out there and support them too. Bad Bunny, you didn't say nothing about AZ. There's a lot of brown people in AZ. It was what it was. Bang, bang.